blind as a bat, so I'm turning. Cannot see anything. Dang. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I really appreciate you tuning in today. We are back here in the 2006 Nissan 350z, and as you saw from the title of this video, we're going to be continuing the Q&A we did a few days ago. I have so many questions, and I only answered about 3 or 4 in that last one, so I'm going to try and answer a few more questions. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support on my last few videos. All right, so let's just get right into it. The very first thing I wanted to talk about, or the very first question I'm gonna be answering, is from the Jive Man. I'm throwing it up on the screen right here. He asks, how is the cargo space in the Nissan 350z, and what is the limit I've reached to where I was still comfortable inside the car and still was able to haul around a good amount of stuff? And personally, the 350z has an ironically good amount of weird storage locations, including this front little box right here. I got like napkins and stuff in here right now, but this is a great storage spot. A lot of people actually put screens right here, so you have an extra screen. If you have like, you can have 2 screens, which is kind of cool. You have cup holders on each door, which you can always put stuff in. You have these. I like to put my wallet inside the door. And then you have the 2 bottom compartments on the door. You have the middle here, and then as well as a larger one right behind the passenger seat. You have 2 little tiny rectangular compartments about this big, I would say. I mean, they're pretty deep. They're probably like this deep, honestly. And then you don't get a glove box up here. You kind of get like a business card holder. I have like a bunch of coins and stuff in it. This car does have a whole bunch of storage spots. And honestly, underneath the hatch, there's surprisingly a good amount of storage room. There is this one middle divider piece that kind of separates the 2 compartments, but it's really honestly not that bad. You can fit plenty of groceries back there. Literally anything you could possibly need to do in like daily life. I've said this in a different video. One of the only cons about this car is if you plan on moving larger items, like if you have a desk or like a gaming chair, this is probably not going to be the car to, to use. Like I would rent a U-Haul or something. Everything else, you're probably going to be fine. Like you could probably get like a no, I don't know if you can get a surfboard in here. A good size boogie board for sure. A tent, yes, all your camping needs. So, I mean, there is plenty of space. I actually took this thing on a 14-day trip all the way up to the Grand Canyon from here in Southern California, and it was a blast. I'll never forget that trip. Like being able to canyon the Grand Canyon was just something I'll never forget, and I recommend anyone, if you can drive your little sports car thing up to the Grand Canyon. The only thing that's kind of crazy is like elevation change. It's 3% horsepower loss for every 1,000 feet you gain in elevation. So I think it was like 7,000 feet, which means you're down like 20% horsepower, and you can actually feel that when you're up there. So that's the only thing that kind of stinks, but those canyons were something else, and those views were crazy. So thank you so much to the Jive Man for your question. I really appreciate you. Good question, by the way. I feel like a lot of people are curious about the storage space in a 350z. My Miata, for instance, has no storage space whatsoever, so the 350z is actually kind of a breath of fresh air. All right, you guys, and the next question is going to be from Louis Z. Real quick, if you guys haven't subscribed to his YouTube channel, definitely go check it out. He definitely makes some awesome videos in the Z community, so I highly recommend it. Definitely go check him out. But he actually asked, what is my most memorable moment in the Z so far? And honestly, I think I make memories at every single car show we go to, but I think honestly, painting this car and sanding it down and just really getting to experience all of the body work and how a car is properly restored and put back together, I don't think I'll ever forget that. And I learned such valuable skills. I hope you guys learned some stuff too while we were filming that. But such a huge thanks to the shop Auto Body and Paint for like helping us repaint this car into an insane red, you guys. This red, I can't even begin to describe how mind-boggling this red is every time I see it. So it just turned out so good. But honestly, I'll never forget painting this car, and that was probably one of my most like iconic memories, or one of my most memorable times I had with the Z. So thank you so much, Louis Z, for your question. You guys go check out his channel. It's pretty awesome. All right, you guys, and our third question is from Danny Z. I'm gonna put it up right here. He says, would you consider selling the Z now that it's gone up like twice the value since since it was when you bought it? And honestly, oh, you guys, that thing is so cool. We've put so many hours into this thing, and I don't think I'm fully done with what I want to do to it. I have a whole bunch of plans in the future. I don't think I'm going to sell the car in the future anytime soon, so Unless someone offers me some stupid amount, obviously, but we've put so many hours into it. I don't think I could sell it, you guys. I really don't. So thank you, DannyZ, for your question. But you guys, we're driving through Old Town Temecula right now. If you're familiar with Temecula, it's really packed down here. I don't come down here very often, honestly. I'm 25 years old. I've never been to any of these bars or anything. I don't drink, so I don't vibe really well down here, honestly. All I know how to do is edit videos. Oh my goodness. Dang. That was clean. Oh man, with that RSX Type S. Shoot. All right, you guys, we're cruising. No one has seen the GoPro yet, which is good because people always get like super freaked out when they see the GoPro. So I'm also going to answer Luke Epps' question right here while we're at it. I paid $8,000 for this 350Z, and we also did the police, you guys. So we actually paid $8,000 for this 350Z about 3 years ago, which I felt was, you know, not like high, but you know, definitely not the lowest you could get a 350Z for a few years ago. But it had such little miles, at just 60,000 miles. I thought it was a pretty good deal, so I couldn't pass it up. People have asked me if buying a Z for between 12 and 14 right now is a bad idea. And I mean, 12 and 14 are kind of high for a Z. I would probably look for something around 10 with fairly low miles. I know you could find that pretty fairly often. All right, so another question we have is from Bunky Dom. I'm gonna put it right here. He asked, how tall am I? He's 6'3", and he's been wondering about getting a Z, but he's kind of unsure if he's gonna be too tall. Personally, I'm about 5'9", and I have plenty of room, and I know lots of people that are 6'2" that have 350Zs, and they fit perfectly fine, even with a helmet on, like if you plan on tracking it and stuff. So here, let's go this way, you guys. This is less traffic. Fun fact, Tanner Fox's house is actually like right up here. Tanner Fox's house. That's that big driveway. The roof line looks low, but like this comes down fairly low, but honestly the roof goes up in the middle, so there's plenty of room for a helmet, honestly. I mean, especially if you're 6'2" and you push the seat back as far as you need to go, the seat slides back so far, like I don't even touch the pedals, and I'm 5'9", so that's just an example. You guys, we're going through like the really expensive like GTA neighborhood. Look at, they have like spiders all over their house. That's pretty awesome. It's almost Halloween, by the way. Dang, I thought those scarecrows were people and I kind of got scared. But anyways, thank you Bunky Dom for your question. I really appreciate you. And I do not know how long this video is getting, but we've just been driving around cruising, and this is one of those nights, you know, where it's nice and cool out. You got the heat on a little bit, and they have a Segway. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, can we make this green? No, we're not gonna make this green. Sorry about that, had to delete something, my SD card filled up. I'm probably gonna end the video here, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something in this video. Drop it down below if you did. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching till the end of today's video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.